In this episode, we delve into the realms of the lower mind, misuse of energies, addictions, and the abyss of the lower astral hell realm, and take a peek at some of the scary, weird, and creepy lower astral entities. Our lower mind, driven by the primal instincts and survival mechanisms, often lead us into the abyss of fear and anxiety, which is why we have duality on Earth. Here in the 3D physical world, when faced with threats, real or perceived, our lower energy centers can become disturbed, causing our bodies to respond with the surge of adrenaline and the feeling of fear, preparing us for battle or escape. The fight or flight response is hardwired into our brains as a survival mechanism. However, in modern society, it can become problematic, leading to chronic stress, anxiety, and health issues if not properly managed. But what happens when the lower mind becomes entangled in the allure of sex, money, and power? These primal desires, while natural, can become addictive, leading us down a path of self-destruction and despair. On a side note, if properly initiated from a higher place of spiritual awareness, a higher mind connecting our heart center with a feeling of peace, love, and light, these won't become our vices of addiction or lead to misfortune. Instead, they can uplift us and help us to become better versions of ourselves. When we're being influenced solely by our lower mind, we can experience addiction. I can feel like we are trapped in a never-ending cycle of craving and indulgence. It consumes your life force, leaving you empty and hollow inside. As energetic beings, these addictive behaviors not only drain our life force, but also ties us to the lower astral realms, a realm of darkness and despair where our fears and desires take on a life of their own. Because most people are not properly initiated in spiritual law and mistreat themselves, little do they know, they're actually paving the road that will slowly link them to the abyss of the fourth dimension. This can manifest physically in their present lifetime, like bad luck, etc., or can manifest later after they pass onto the other dimension and experience the hellscapes of the lower astral plane and beyond. The lower astral realm is like a shadowy abyss, populated by remnant of our unhealed wounds and unfulfilled desires. It is a realm of suffering and torment, where souls are trapped in a cycle of negativity and despair. Now, what can the lower astral realm feel like? Let's take a sneak peek into it. Venturing into the astral realm can be an incredible experience, just like the physical world, with its own operating laws and principles that supports the physical environment and living beings. The astral realm also operates based on its own non-physical laws and principles. In this realm, non-physical energies and beings must adhere to these laws. The astral realm is vast, featuring landscapes, structures, colors, and sensations. While some areas may resemble the physical world, others can be completely foreign, with different energies and beings. Currently, I am discussing the astral realm of the 3D Earth. I am uncertain about other planets and their spiritual realms. Since the astral realm exists in the fourth dimension, as an astral projector, you can technically explore other fourth-dimensional worlds beyond Earth. However, this topic is complex, as some people claim that your astral body has a finite distance it can reach and explore. For instance, your earthly astral body may only be able to explore the worlds of our solar system. On the other hand, Individuals who have had out-of-body experiences or near-death experiences have reported astral flights to distant worlds and even beyond this universe. In most cases, this occurs through traveling with a spiritual companion, such as spirit guides or angels, or during a near-death experience. During your travels through the astral realm, you will encounter various entities, including guides, angels, deceased loved ones, and benevolent extraterrestrials. However, astral projectors may also come across negative energies and entities that do not have their best interests at heart. Since the astral realm is a fourth-dimensional, non-physical realm, communication with these entities and beings occurred through telepathy, emotions, or symbols. When entering the astral realm, you will likely visit first the lower astral. This is because the lower astral is the most easy to access. Because the lower astral plane is considered the first level of the astral realm due to its proximity to the physical realm. As a result, it can closely resemble the physical 3D world. However, this plane has accumulated dense energies and lower vibrations, creating dark astral environments or hellish planes. Here are some common experiences associated with the lower astral plane. Number 1. Negative energy. This plane gathers dense energies and lower vibrations, such as fear, anger, and violence. These can manifest in the form of entities, thought forms, or other energetic patterns. Number 2. Earthbound entities. Many earthbound entities, including ghosts and lost souls, are said to reside in the lower astral plane. These entities may be confused, fearful, or angry, trapped in an infinite loop of replaying old traumas and patterns without finding healing or moving forward into their next life. Number 3. Dark, dense environments. The lower astral plane is often characterized by dark and forbidding environments, such as abandoned buildings, desolated landscapes, or dark, hellish realms. Number 4. Astral predators. Astral projectors may encounter predatory entities due to the accumulation of low, dense, and dark energies in the lower realm. These entities may attempt to feed off the energy of the astral projector or engage in other parasitic behaviors. Some can be quite sinister, attempting to attach themselves to living individuals. Number 5. Humans, spiritual beings, and extraterrestrial entities. Yes, on the lower astral plane, if you are an experienced astral projector, you can encounter other human beings who are astral projecting. The human can be consciously astral projecting or unconsciously when they're not aware, and just visiting the astral plane through unconscious OVE during their sleep. Then you can also have benevolent spiritual beings who might be spiritual guides of the astral projector or who might be on a mission in the astral realm. Higher dimensional beings will generally not be visiting the lower realm unless they have a purpose to be there. There are also extraterrestrials residing in the fourth dimension, so you may encounter them. Now, because the astral realm is a huge place with various spaces and realms, in this video, I will specifically discuss the lower astral containing the abyss region, where there are 10 types of lower astral entities that I have personally encountered before in my own experiences. These beings could be actual entities with their own soul, essence, and consciousness, or maybe just leftover energy remnants or artifacts, formed due to the accumulated dense energies from the third dimensional realms. Countdowns to 10 types of lower astral entities. Please know that these entities are based on my own encounters in the lower astral realm. There could be other types of entities as well, given the vastness of the lower astral realm. Number 10. Mindless entity. These entities serve more as a decoration and don't usually interact with people due to their lack of energy. Even if you interact with them, they won't respond because they lack consciousness and a soul. They could be soulless beings created from the imagination of their creators. They appear alive but are essentially accumulated energy in a certain form, sustained by the focused energy of their creator. Once their purpose is gone, or the creator stops generating the necessary energy, these imaginary entities may disintegrate. Number 9. Hovering entity. You may notice these mindless entities hovering over your body when you're in a semi-conscious state or about to astral project. They hover over you to consume your energy, emotions, and physical sensations. They lack energy and a self-generating energy field, so they rely on feeding off the life force of other beings. They are generally not highly dangerous due to their limited consciousness and slow nature. When they drain energy, it may feel like they are tickling you with their huge tongue. Number 8. Loud running entity. This entity moves quickly and heavily. When it makes an entrance, you will know, because you will feel something heavily built running towards you, with loud movements and thundering footsteps. You will also hear the noise of prisoners' chains, indicating its approach. This type of entity can be scary, as it can make you feel fearful with its noise, building anticipation of an encounter. Typically, when this entity appears, my reflex is to return back to my body to avoid encountering it. Number 7. Quiet, discreet entity. This entity is the complete opposite of the previous loud entity. It is extremely quiet and discreet, making it difficult to detect. In the energetic astral realm, even the smallest subtle energy is intuitively felt, providing an anticipation of something about to happen. These entities are nasty because they can cause surprise attacks when you least expect it. They're fast, relentless, and primarily focused on attacking. They test your limits and engage in fights to assess your strength. They ambush from unexpected angles, and your only option is to fight back and overpower them. They don't communicate as they lack the ability. They fight to invade your being and potentially take over your body. Beware of their attacks from the behind, as they aim to catch you off guard. You may notice these entities when you're in a semi-conscious state or about to astral project. For example, they could ambush you from behind when you least expect it, pull on your feet or body when lying in bed at the moment you're about to astral project out of body, to scare you, etc. Watch my astral projection video for valuable tips on projection and safeguarding yourself during the negative encounters in the astral realm. Number 6. Jump scare entity. These entities can appear anywhere, and similar to the previous 2 types, they enjoy sneaking up on people and giving them a sudden scare, especially when astral travelers least expect it. Number 5. Sex addict entity. As the name suggests, this entity is trapped in the lower realms due to its addiction to sex. It cannot generate or sustain its own life force and relies on its addiction to absorb the life force energy of other beings. It generally appears with reptilian features and a snake-like tongue. When encountered, it targets and focuses on your lower energy centers, where the sexual organs reside. You will be bombarded with erotic, heavy, and deviant sensual feelings. Encountering them leaves you with a dense feeling of exhaustion and energetic depletion. Moreover, your lower energy centers may feel uncomfortable, dense, or painful. Therefore, it is not advised to engage in mindless astral sex because it involves lower astral entities that do not have your best interests at heart, if they have a heart or soul at all. Number 4. Low energy entity, the wooden entity. This type of entity can communicate with you, but appears lifeless, soulless, or even inanimated due to its extremely low energy state. It may try to communicate by asking questions or seeking help. The being seems confused by the situation in the astral realm, appears helpless, lacking knowledge of what to do. Due to the lack of life force energy and a limited environment, these beings remain dull and confined to a specific area, with no energy flows in or out. These beings appear to be trapped indefinitely, as time does not exist in the astral realm. Their condition is sad, peculiar, and confusing. Number 3. Shape-shifting telepathic entity. This elusive and cunning entity moves in and out of different environments at its own pace and timing. When he approaches, he enters your space and communicates telepathically, invading your personal boundaries without consideration. He observes and analyzes you, since lower astral entities disregard personal space. He may convey a personal or impersonal message of significance or insignificance even. After delivering the message, it departs on its own path. Number 2. Evil telepathic entity. These entities are not friendly at all. They make sudden grand entrances and communicate with you telepathically, projecting an evil aura. They make threats and say malicious things to instill fear. They can appear and disappear like smoke, usually lack a specific form. They feed on fear, violence, and all forms of negativity and hatred. Caption. For example, when they appear, they may resemble a puff of yellow smoke. One intriguing aspect of these entities is their ability to assume feminine or masculine energy, speaking to you with a corresponding voice and energy. Number 1. False light entity. When these entities approach you, you will feel like you're immersed and bathed in a white light. At first, the white light they cast on you or on the surrounding area can seem blinding when viewed in the third eye. But there's a lack of genuine feeling and warmth, which makes the light seem artificial and cold. Their actions towards you are far from being good, with no respect for boundaries, because essentially they're after your energies in one way or another. The low astral region is a big region. In many spiritual teachings and according to people who have had OBEs and near-death experiences, it is said to contain the abyss and other pockets with different environments and energies, etc. So you will take a long time to explore different areas. And because the areas I have explored are the closest to the physical realm, most of what I can see in my mind's eye is a copy of what we will see in the real physical world, and not much different. By cultivating awareness and mindfulness, we can transcend the grip of our lower minds and reclaim our life force, the most powerful energy of life. When we experience stress, fear, and chaos, our lower energy centers can become unbalanced, and our overall life force energy can become influenced and therefore weakened, making us more susceptible to tapping into the lower astral and encountering negative entities. Through different practices like meditation, Reiki, going to nature, sound healing, etc., that nourish the body, mind, and spirit, we can harness the life force within us and rise above the temptations of the lower minds. For it is through the alignment with our higher self that we find true liberation and inner peace amongst chaos in our life, or when we venture into the astral realm. The lower astral realm is home to various entities with unique characteristics and behaviors. They can be intriguing or very unsettling. It is important to be aware of these entities and their potential effects in order to navigate the astral realm safely. By understanding their nature and taking necessary precautions, you can better protect yourself and make the most of your astral experiences. Remember, awareness and knowledge are key when exploring the different, vast, and complex realms beyond our physical existence. So let's embark on this journey together as we navigate the depths of the human experience and emerge into the light of our true essence. Until next time, thank you for watching. This is StarryOrigins signing off.